But as far as voices from Maharashtra are concerned, they only continue to escalate with each passing day. As I said, this is now, of course, being mentioned in the Lok Sabha as well, where an intervention by the centre is being asked for. They're also saying you should declare it as a union territory. So the larger question that is now being asked is, what really is the solution? Because as I said, this is not a new issue. This is something that has been disturbing both these states for decades. So what can be done as far as this border dispute is concerned? That's the larger question. And isn't it giving enough opportunity to parties like the Congress or to also raise questions as to what really is happening within the BJP? We'll try and track more details as far as this story is concerned. It is a developing story. For now, we're shifting our focus to some other breaking developments coming in. Ram Kadam has also now taken a dig at the opposition as far as this border row is concerned. He's now shared a caricature on Twitter. We'll try and understand what that caricature is and what is the larger point that is being made by Ram Kadam. I believe my colleague Vinaya is now joining us on the broadcast, and there we're putting out that caricature as well. Vinaya, help us understand the caricature that has been shared by Ram Kadam and the larger messaging that he's trying to make with this tweet.
Well, Radhima, we've seen that the Maharashtra government has come under a flag for the last few days for the way it has been handling the Maharashtra-Karnataka border row. The opposition has consistently targeted the government, saying that it has been spineless and it hasn't taken any strong action to stand with the Marathis of Belagavi. And that is why now it is the BJP's turn to hit back. We have seen Ram Kadam, a BJP MLA, tweet out asking a question on whether the current caricature that has been shown shows the truth of the current political situation in Maharashtra. Now, in the caricature, we see that the border row issue is burning, and we see leaders indicating to be the caricatures of Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray, saying to each other that they need to keep the issue burning. So this is the BJP hitting back at the opposition, which has been targeting the government, that despite the BJP being in power, not just in Karnataka as well as in Maharashtra, but also in centre, there have been such kind of violent incidents hampering the lives of residents in the border areas. So while the opposition has hit out at the government for the last 2 days for failing to tackle the issue, now the BJP has hit back at the opposition, somewhere hinting that this is a conspiracy of the opposition to keep the issue burning.
You know, but Vinay, even as the BJP is hitting back at the opposition, the larger question still remains. It is becoming embarrassing and problematic for the BJP in both the states. And this is the question that is being raised by the Congress. Since these are voices coming from various BJP leaders, why can't you have both of them face to face and find an amicable solution?
Well, that's absolutely the point, Radhima, and that is exactly the embarrassment that is being faced by the Maharashtra government. Because remember, for the last 2 to 3 days, since the time we have seen this issue is being raked up, there have been certain statements that have been issued by the Karnataka Chief Minister, which have inflamed passion on both the sides, and sentiments have been running high. Despite that, Maharashtra government cancelled both the visits of its official ministers, who are the nodal ministers to handle the issue of Karnataka-Maharashtra row. Despite the statements coming from Karnataka Chief Minister, Maharashtra government has said that it has been wanting to have a peaceful solution and resolution to the issue. Somewhere it has been facing flack of the opposition parties that despite BJP being in power in both the states, it has not been able to, not just has it not been able to resolve the issue, but in fact it has flared up the issue. And despite the BJP being in the center as well and the opposition raising the issue in the parliament as well today, the BJP, the opposition says, has completely failed to live up to the expectations and to maintain basic law and order situation in both the states. So since that flag has been coming on for the last few days, and since definitely the government has been in an embarrassing spot, it is now trying to blame the opposition for allegedly keeping the issue burning.
But Vinay, what essentially I'm trying to understand is, where are the hurdles? Why has it been so difficult to find a solution to an issue that has been troubling both the state governments for decades now, considering the fact, as you're rightly pointing out, this issue is now being raked up in the parliament as well?
Well, Siddhama, yes, we have seen that this issue has been raging between the two states for decades at end now, since the time both the states were formed. And every time there is an election in either of the states or there are local body elections, we see this issue flaring up again. Now, on the background of elections coming up in Karnataka, we are seeing that this issue has been raised again, and we have
Vinaya,
seen the kind
I
of violent
apologize for interrupting. I'll just request you to stay on with us. I want to take in a quick reaction from the NCP also. We have Mahesh Tapase who is joining us. Maheshji, good to have you on the broadcast with us. I want your first reaction to this caricature that has been shared on Twitter by Ram Kadam, essentially the BJP hitting out at the opposition.
First of all, I do not understand why Ram Kadam had to tweet. Yesterday, Pawar Sahib in his press conference categorically criticized the way in which Marathi vehicles with Maharashtra number plates were being hurled on that. And that is the reason why Mr. Pawar asked them an amicable and a peaceful solution to the ongoing crisis has to be sorted. So that doesn't mean that NCP is trying to fuel the crisis. I do not know what Ram Kadam has in mind, but today we are categorically saying again and again that one party is controlling government in three different places. One in the center, second in the state of Maharashtra, and third in the state of Karnataka. So rather than beating around the bush, let the PM office call both the chief ministers and the deputy chief minister of Maharashtra and let this issue be settled once and for all on a very amicable situation, via a very amicable solution. Those who want Maharashtra, those Marathi-speaking community is there, let us see how they can be, aligned with the state of Maharashtra. And similarly, if there is in Karnataka, then they can also talk for that. But I do not know why the political case is given to this. BJP of Maharashtra supports Belagavi merger with Maharashtra. This is the official stand of BJP in Maharashtra. So how come NCP is fueling the crisis? What right Ram Kadam has got to talk about such a thing?
No, so I want to essentially understand, and I want to go back to a comment that we heard from Supriya Sule, who, while raking up the issue in Parliament, said that this is a larger conspiracy at play against Maharashtra. Why is the NCP saying that?
No, larger conspiracy against Maharashtra because NCP stands for the unification of Maharashtra. NCP stands for more employability in Maharashtra. NCP stands for agricultural prosperity of Maharashtra. And all these are the things in which BJP is trying to take away or wean away industrial development in the state of Maharashtra, investment which is coming the way of Maharashtra and trying to take it to the other states. So why BJP is not able to control the current incumbent government should be in a position to control and they should give investment in the state of Maharashtra, and that is there. And BCP is highly criticizing the current. We are coming on the road alleging this administration in various the government is the reason they are targeting us now.
Okay, Maheshji, we leave the conversation there. I'd like to thank my colleagues Ritu and Vinaya as well. As we said, it doesn't look like that this controversy is dying down or this tussle is dying down anytime soon.